With the NWO reforming to the original crew to start the year, one of the biggest reasons was bringing back the on-screen chemistry that built the company in its rise, with Hall and Nash teaming back up for the first time since March '98, set up on January 4th with Hall coming out in a Wolfpack shirt to a massive reaction, with the Nash finger poke swerve jumping to a peak 6.5 rating. Hall and Nash worked singles matches the following week, bumping the show combined over 800,000 viewers with a 4.4 rating for Hall vs Bigelow and a 4.7 for Nash vs Giant. Hall was in the main event on January 18th in a three-way against Goldberg and Bigelow, drawing a peak 5.3 rating, with Nash on the same show exchanging work-shoot promos with Conan in a segment picking up over 600,000 viewers to a 4.8 rating, with Hall working a ladder match against Bigelow on January 25th to open the first opposed quarter at 9 p.m. drawing a 4.6. Scott Steiner had a massive viewership gain for his segments and matches in January '99, bumping the show over 5 million viewers in total, with the biggest singles rating coming for a U.S. title match against Page on January 11th, drawing a show-high 5.5 rating, with Scott continuing the Page program throughout the month, stalking Kimberly in a series of backstage skits. Steiner opened the year in a match against Conan doing a quarter-high 5.1 rating, while opening WCW's Third Hour on January 18th in a match against Barry Saturn, jumping over 600,000 viewers to a 4.8 rating, ending the month in the main event with a six-man tag with Nash and Hogan against the Horsemen doing a 5.3. After taking time off since mid-November with a retirement announcement, Hogan returned straight to the top of the company on January 4th as the world champion and leader of the new NWO, first coming out for what was originally built as his farewell appearance to accept Nash's challenge for a title match, picking up over 800,000 viewers to a 5.1 rating, with the main event angle with the NWO swerve and show-closing brawl with Goldberg jumping huge in the overrun with over 2 million viewers to a 6.5 rating. Hogan and the Wolfpack opened the crossover segment on January 11th, flanked by the Hells Angels, opening the first head-to-head quarter with a 5 rating, with Hogan responding to Ric Flair a week later in a promo hyping their Super Brawl match, setting up a Wolfpack vs Horsemen six-man tag in the main event on January 25th, jumping over 700,000 viewers to a 5.3 rating. After being off television for the past month, Steve Austin returned to one of the biggest reactions of his career on January 4th in the Raw Overrun to set up Mankind's title win and start the build to the Rumble pay-per-view. Austin made 2 unadvertised run-ins the following week, first coming after Rock during a Foley vs Kane title match at the top of the hour doing a 5.9 rating, before returning an hour later to distract McMahon during the Corporate Rumble match doing a 6.1. Austin opened Raw on January 18th for his first promo in over a month, hyping the Rumble on Sunday and the WrestleMania main event coming out of it, making it Austin's first lengthy segment since before the Rock Bottom pay-per-view, starting Raw with a 5.1 first quarter rating, with his sporadic appearances continuing the following week, as Austin's only appearance on the night came for a promo with Shawn Michaels on the Titantron from Texas doing a 5.8 rating for the Rumble match follow-up. With the hardcore title matches becoming one of the staples of Raw in the past 2 months, Road Dogg and Al Snow took the entire division to the next level on January 4th with one of the wildest matches in Raw history, all over the building to end outside in the snow in Worcester, picking up over 700,000 viewers to a 6.2 rating, the highest rated quarter in Raw history to date. Coming off the memorable match in strong number, Snow and Road Dogg continued to work together throughout the month, teaming up in a hardcore tag match against The Brood on January 25th, jumping over 500,000 viewers to a 5.2 rating. Mick Foley opened 1999 with an all-time career highlight, going over Raw to win his first WWF title in a match that turned out one of the most talked about of all time, doing a 5.9 rating, with him on the same show also involved in 2 more segments to set it up, first with McMahon and then a match against Triple H at the top of the hour, picking up over 700,000 viewers to a 5.7. Mankind came out to open Raw the following week for his follow-up title win promo, setting up the I Quit match against Rock at the Rumble in a segment, doing a 5.8, with Foley an hour later defending the title for the first time against Kane in a match, jumping over 1.1 million viewers to a quarter-high 5.9 rating. Mankind had a match against Bossman to start Raw's second hour with a 5.2 rating on January 18th, already starting backstage minutes before coming out, with Foley's biggest number of the month coming off the big entry from the Rumble pay-per-view, drawing an all-time record 6.4 rating for Foley's confrontation with Rock, with him taking his Rumble prize money and throwing it to the crowd. The build-up to Vince McMahon's debut at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view saw him involved in a series of comedic skits with Shane for the month leading up to the show, with each one bumping viewers for a total of over 2 million viewers, with Vince coming out in peak shape as a surprise in a corporate Rumble preview match on January 11th, jumping over 1.2 million viewers to a peak 6.1 rating. Vince and Shane were involved in an angle with Kane throughout the month to keep him in line with the corporation, sending him to take out Patterson and Briscoe on January 4th in a segment, doing a 5.7 rating, before telling him to lay down for Rock in the main event 2 weeks later that saw Kane finally turning on the corporation to close the show. Vince opened Raw on the day after the pay-per-view on January 25th for his Rumble win celebration, relinquishing his title shot against Rock before being confronted by Austin to set up the first McMahon vs. Austin singles match in a cage for the Valentine's Day Massacre pay-per-view, opening Raw with a 5.8 rating, while an hour later Shane came out with Patterson and Briscoe to demand an apology from Kane, ending up with him being confronted by X-Pac to start the build for their WrestleMania match in a segment, jumping over 900,000 viewers to a 5.9 rating. With WWF Creative putting more emphasis on detailed episodic storytelling for the entire roster from top to bottom than ever before, the Mark Henry Chyna storyline going on for the past few months was one of the main examples of turning any spot on the card into a viewership-moving angle that will intrigue the wide audience, with the payoff taking place on January 18th after 24 hours of hype, with Chyna promising to reveal Henry's secret the previous night on Heat. The Chyna Henry-Sammy reveal segment picked up over 600,000 viewers to a peak 6.1 rating, with Chyna after being elevated throughout the program also involved in the second joint quarter peak of the night half an hour later with another 6.1 rating for a handicap match against Patterson and Briscoe. Chyna had the biggest month of her career to date on January 99 with her moving to the next level as a singles star outside of DX through the Henry storyline while also working singles matches, with her biggest match to date coming as a surprise entry to win the Corporate Rumble after eliminating McMahon on January 11 doing a show-high 6.1 rating. With the show's script writing more focused on the TV audience response than at any point previously, Chyna's big month saw her ending it with a surprise heel turn on Triple H and DX on January 25, joining the corporation with a prominent role heading into WrestleMania 15. Bill Goldberg entered the next phase of his career to start 1999 with him now chasing the title for the first time, while in the process regaining momentum to have one of his biggest months to date with him drawing the most peak segments in the business, with the only show he wasn't heavily featured in WCW's highest-rated segment of the night coming on January 11 where he only made an appearance in short interview clips talking about the NWO reunion and road to win back the belt with Scott Hall first at the sold-out pay-per-view. After a show-long angle with him getting arrested in the build to the main event, Goldberg returned to the stadium 2 hours later making a run-in past 11 p.m. to brawl with the NWO in a segment picking up huge with over 2.6 million viewers to a 6.5 rating. Goldberg headlined Nitro on January 18 in a three-way against Hall and Bigelow starting already past 11, picking up over 1.3 million viewers to another show-high 5.3 rating, with Goldberg working a match against Scott Norton the following week that jumped over 900,000 viewers to his third peak 5.5 rating, while coming back out 30 minutes later to take out the NWO to close the show. For the third month in a row, Rock had the highest rating average in the industry for his segments and matches with record numbers on the road and on television along the way. Rock started January in one of the most memorable matches in Raw history, defending the title against Mankind in the main event, drawing a 5.9 rating, with the follow-up promo on January 11 in an over 20-minute segment jumping over 600,000 viewers to a 5.8. setting up the Rock vs. Mankind I Quit match for the Rumble pay-per-view. Rock headlined Raw on January 18 in a match against Kane after Michaels booked it the previous night on Heat, setting up McMahon telling Kane to lay down for Rock before eventually starting the match jumping over 1 million viewers to a peak 6.1 rating. Coming off the Rumble pay-per-view with Rock winning back the title before also helping Vince win the Rumble, the corporation opened Raw to celebrate the victories with Vince promising Rock his $100,000 prize for eliminating Austin in cash later tonight, setting up Mankind stealing it from the truck with the Rock Mankind promo confrontation following the I Quit match to set up the empty arena title match at the Super Bowl halftime on Heat, jumping over 1.1 million viewers to a record 6.4 rating, the highest rated quarter hour in Raw history, with Rock also main eventing Raw an hour later in his second I Quit match in 24 hours against Triple H, gaining over 900,000 viewers to a 5.5 rating.